This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Your happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
It's Tuesday, August 18, and this is the Barbados Today Evening Update. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Thanks for joining us. We begin with an appeal for the perpetrators of gun crimes to respect the sanctity of life. It comes from the Anglican Commission on Advocacy and Social Justice as it condemns the upsurge in gun violence in the country. In a release on the worrying situation, Chairman of the Commission, John Goddard, made it clear that the society was losing too many of its young men and women to violence, and he is calling for urgent attention to be paid by residents, the government and the police. While lauding the work of the force in its quest to arrest the problem, Goddard called on the government to spare no effort in ensuring that the police is adequately resourced in terms of personnel, training and equipment, as well as other social programs. Meantime, the man who was shot and killed in Bottom Close, Wildy St. Michael last Friday was formally identified by family members today as Kima Leacock. The 26-year-old of 7th Avenue, New Orleans, also known as Big Eyes, was shot several times hours after appearing on a police wanted list. Investigations into his death are continuing. Unacceptable. That's how the president of the Barbados Secondary Teachers Union is describing the long wait for appointments for some of its members. Mary Redmond says the excuses being given by the Ministry of Education are not adequate, and her union will aggressively address the situation in the upcoming school year.
This is something that we have been taking up with the Ministry of Education for years. There are often excuses that the schools are not providing the relevant data or the correct data or sufficient data. We find those excuses unacceptable, and we need our members to be appointed. This is something that we're going to deal with very aggressively during this upcoming school year.
Principal Jeff Broomes weighs in on absenteeism in this year's Caribbean Examination Council exams. Last week, Education Minister Ronald Jones revealed that 300 students failed to sit 1,365 subject entries and suggested that the situation was a waste of public funds. But Broomes told the media this morning that the ministry, principals, teachers and parents are the ones to shoulder the blame.
Some children did not turn because the ministry still has this situation. There are children, the entries got to be in like November, something like that, for the June exam. But children do the exams, some children do exams in January and pass. Well, then they don't turn in June either. They don't turn in June. And that absent, it still appears on the slip that they were absent. Because they do not take that off. So that should be taken off. That's the ministry's responsibility. 2, some children know that when exam time comes, they have not done all the SBAs they should have done. So going to exam is done because they can't pass. That is school leaders' problem, like people like myself and heads of the department. Because we have to be on top and make sure that SBAs are done and children are putting themselves ready for the examination time. So there's a problem at school level, school leadership level. Thirdly, there are some children for some reason don't prepare themselves, they're in a mood and they feel and might can fail anyhow and they don't leave home. That's a parental problem.
In the past 8 months, profits from regional airline LIAT have literally taken off, and last month alone, the regional carrier recorded its best performance in recent years to declare a net profit. In a release today, officials of the island hopper highlighted strong net performance figures in terms of passenger numbers, revenue and yield so far for the year when compared to 2014. During the period, the best performing route of LIAT was Barbados-Guyana, which nearly doubled its revenue year on year, followed by Tortola-St. Martin, which generated an additional 57% of revenue. The sargassum weed should not be seen only as a menace, but a means of economic gain. So says the University of the West Indies lecturer, Dr. Winston Moore, who revealed that the weed, which is affecting beaches in several Caribbean islands, could be used in numerous ways. He is suggesting that the seaweed can be used to cultivate top agricultural produce.
There have been some research looking at how we can use seaweed extract and use that to create a liquid that can spray on vegetables, and the estimate suggests that it results in approximately a 30% increase in the size of fruit and can increase yields by as much as 60%. So if you translate that into dollars and cents, it can actually be a fairly significant return on your investment by utilizing seaweed extracts in agriculture. Another significant benefit of seaweed is the impact on salinity and drought and so forth. As a result of climate change, we are going to see some periods of drought, obviously also some periods of flooding, but seaweed extract can actually help our plants build up a little bit more resistance to these type of occurrences as they do occur. In particular, salinity as well. So when seaweed gets on crops, it can have a significant impact on the productivity of those lands and therefore the yields from crops. And seaweed extract can actually help in terms of building resilience for agriculture as well in relation to salinity and drought conditions.
Soaps and other products, he says, can also be a big money earner.
So I went on Amazon and collected some information on some numbers in relation to some of these items. So on Amazon, they were selling 2 bars of seaweed soap for $10 US, just 2 bars of seaweed soap. If you wanted a single bottle of bath wash, you can get that for a discounted price of $13 US. The regular price is $17. And then if you're looking at facial creams and gels and so forth, those are selling for between $19 and $22. And then the gels were selling for between $16 and $31. So there's significant returns here, significant linkage that we can have with manufacturing. So it's not just agriculture, other areas of the economy can step in here to take advantage of the potential opportunities that do pop up.
In sports, 24 footballers have been banned by the Barbados Football Association from playing in any tournament under its auspices for offences ranging from acts of indiscipline, serious foul play, to bringing the game into disrepute. Among these is Premier League player Elsie Miggins of Britain-Sale, who has been barred from all football because of violent conduct on the field. The 23 others are barred from playing pending disciplinary hearings.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Got it in my hand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank. Got to understand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank. Ain't nothing like a core bank spare. None of them others just can't compare. You just got to love that taste. It's the world-class thing this land makes. Whether I'm cruising or at a bar, whether I'm at home, my bank spare is never far. For this blessing, got to give God thanks. My Barbados, my bank.
To regional news now, all eyes on the Atlantic as the fourth system churns to life. Tropical storm Danny is currently located about 1,595 miles east of the Windward Islands, moving towards the west near 12 miles per hour. Maximum sustained winds have increased to near 40 miles per hour with higher gusts. And forecasters at the National Hurricane Center are predicting that Danny will strengthen during the next 48 hours and become a hurricane by Thursday. Further afield, 2 American women create history in one of the military's most elite special operations forces. The 2 passed the grueling training program of the U.S. Army Rangers and will graduate from the school on Friday alongside 94 of their male counterparts. However, they will not serve in the 75th Ranger Regiment, as the U.S. military is yet to lift a ban on women serving in the fighting force. And that's the news and sports. For more, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb. Subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on iZoom Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 online TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Do have a good evening, and we'll see you first thing tomorrow morning with the very latest.